And out in the middle of nowhere, seems like miles away from any other buildings, houses, or even decent roads, is a building out in the middle of it all.
If there's anything we love on this channel, it's top secret bases.
We're looking at underwater cities, hidden technological advancements, you name it, we got it. Let's check it out. Starting off our list today, we have Center Earth, aka Hollow Earth. There's a theory out there that suggests that beneath the crust of our Earth lies a whole lot more than just magma and various metals, but rather beneath the 800-mile walls of the Earth's outer layer lies miles and miles of unclaimed land, with tropical forest-like climates, vegetation, flowing water, and bountiful natural resources. Not only that, but it is believed that a second sun resides within the Earth as well to light the lush lands that reside inside. These lands are accessed through holes on either end of the Earth, located at both the North and South Pole, that measure 1,400 miles across. The reason that they have never been seen by plane is because no plane has actually ever flown over them. The magnetic activity of the holes confuses the compasses of pilots, leading them around the holes rather than over them. From the Hollow Earth theory, two branching theories exist. One, that the elites of our known world have somehow discovered a way to inhabit the inner land masses of Center Earth, and two, that Center Earth is inhabited by highly intelligent alien-like beings, and that UFOs are actually deployed from the inland islands of the Earth out through the holes at either pole rather than sent inwards from other planets. What do you guys think?
What happens if a massive nuclear war breaks out and eradicates all our crops? What if certain seeds are just lost forever, so we can't grow certain vegetables anymore? Well, that would really suck. And that's where the Svalbard Global Seed Vault comes in, sometimes referred to as the Doomsday Vault. It's built deep inside a mountain in Spitsbergen, one of the islands in the Svalbard archipelago. Its purpose: safeguard the seeds of the world's food plants in case of catastrophic environmental events, wars, or disease outbreaks. The vault was built in 2008, designed to be the ultimate safety net for the world's seeds. Kind of like a backup hard drive for your computer, but for seeds. Or like Noah's Ark, but for seeds. And as for its location, well, the cold climate naturally keeps the seeds frozen. The facility is also built into solid rock, helping to keep it secure against natural or man-made disasters. Countries from all over the world send duplicates of seeds for safekeeping. The seeds are sealed in packages and stored in vast, secure vaults inside the facility. As of now, the vault holds over 1 million different seed samples, ranging from staples like wheat and rice to more rare plants with medicinal properties.
Next up, we have the many secret bases of Antarctica, one of which is quite similar to Hollow Earth, as it is said that the jurisdiction is home to elite members congregating in tropical lands beneath the ice sheets of Antarctica, which actually might not be that far-fetched when you consider the fact that Antarctica was proven to have previously had a climate incredibly similar to that of a subtropical rainforest. Perhaps that climate still exists in some hidden area of the continent. It is also believed that a UFO base resides on the continent as well, conveniently located next to the hole at the pole used to access Center Earth, which is surrounded by a massive wall. A fake South Pole also exists so that those visiting the continent won't freak out when they either can't find the pole or realize that the pole is actually just a massive pit leading into the center of the globe. Located next to the fabricated South Pole is a police station with officials trained to keep people from getting too close to the real deal. It is believed that there is also a secret submarine base belonging to a group of people that have dedicated their lives to supporting that certain leader of Germany during World War II. I can't say his name on here, but you know who I'm talking about, buddy with the middle mustache. Underground sculptures and buildings are also said to exist on the continent. Are they real? Who knows, but anything is possible.
Good luck ever getting into North Korea. If you do manage to get in and take a poke around though, Room 39 is one location you'll absolutely never set foot in, alive anyway. This is the most secretive, heavily guarded place in the country. Nobody's even sure where it is. There's just rumors as to what goes on in there. Bureau 39 is a secretive organization in North Korea, part of the government's secretive operations aimed at maintaining the foreign currency slush fund for the country's leaders. Room 39 is where the group meets, and it's said to be possibly located inside a ruling Workers' Party building in Pyongyang. The organization is said to be involved in illegal activities like counterfeiting currency, producing narcotics, and international insurance fraud.
Next up, we've got Atlantis. It's out there, but for some reason it's being hidden. But why? I mean, the city would have to be at least 11,500 years old. What secrets could it really be hiding? Well, according to those who believe in the existence of the city being covered up by government officials, religious leaders, or the global elite, its existence and location have been deliberately suppressed due to information discovered in the underwater city that directly counter or disprove the narratives taught by modern-day schools, priests, and politicians. It is believed that all historical text and manuscripts showcasing the advanced wisdom of the city's people are either being kept incredibly well hidden or have already been destroyed, which would be really unfortunate considering the knowledge of Atlantis is said to be powerful enough to create major global reform, taking down big oil and the pharmaceutical industry and rewriting political and religious histories.
Mezhgorye, probably the most mysterious place in Russia. One of the most mysterious places in the world, actually, hence why it's on this list. What's creepy is there really is very little information about this place. The Russian government has done a very stellar job at keeping the place top secret. So what exactly is Mezhgorye? Well, it's a closed town. The whole area has been a total mystery since the Cold War. Officially, the Russian government acknowledges Mezhgorye as a closed administrative territorial formation, which could mean there's a military base or some other sensitive government facility in the area. Towering over the town, though, is Mount Yamantau. Decades ago, US intelligence reported massive construction activities in the mountain, including the digging of deep underground complexes. This led to speculation that the site could be anything from a nuclear bunker, a repository for Russian treasures, a food storage area, or even a fallout shelter designed to withstand nuclear attack. But the Russian government has kept the project a complete secret.
Next up, we have the Dark Pyramid, a massive underground pyramid hidden beneath the earth of the Alaskan Triangle. The discovery was made after United States Senator Hale Boggs, along with his assistant Nick Begich and their pilot, disappeared while flying over part of Alaska, commonly referred to as the Alaskan Triangle, an area known for its strange energy and high disappearance rate. As you might have guessed, while in the airspace of the triangle, the plane completely disappeared. But that wasn't even the weirdest part. A search of the area took place in an attempt to locate the missing persons, but instead, surveyors found evidence of a gigantic pyramid-shaped underground structure. It was getting dark, so the men decided to call it for the night, but when they returned to the same place the next day, their findings shocked them. They found nothing. Not a single trace of the gigantic structure they had located less than just 24 hours before. And all of a sudden, their participation in the search came to a forcible end at the hands of the United States government. Coincidence? I think not. It is believed that the reason the surveyors were unable to locate the structure the next day is because the government messed with the electromagnetics of the area, rendering their equipment useless in an attempt to keep the pyramid hidden. There are many theories about what they actually found that day and what the pyramid actually does. The most popular being that it was an alien structure heavily guarded by the United States military, and some people even believe that the pyramid is a massive extraterrestrial power source with the ability to generate enough electricity to power all of Canada, which is where we're coming to you from. So that would be pretty cool.
Royal Air Force Menwith Hill. It's one of the most top secret facilities in England. It's a military base in North Yorkshire that's run mostly by the US. It's packed with a lot of big white domes that cover satellite dishes. And these satellite dishes, they're part of a giant spy station used to listen in on communications from around the world. Basically, Menwith Hill helps the UK and the US keep tabs on various global activities. This includes monitoring phone calls and emails to gather intelligence on potential threats. The information gathered here is said to help prevent attacks or criminal activities, but as you can probably imagine, not everyone is super thrilled about what goes on here or what could be going on. You know, people just don't really like being spied on. Is a place like this an infringement on privacy? Is the surveillance too invasive, scooping up personal information from innocent people? Well, almost certainly, and there have been a lot of protests outside the base over the years.
Next up, Mount Weather, which, unlike my other points, is actually a confirmed United States government command facility located in the state of Virginia. It is the center of operations for the Federal Emergency Management Agency and accessible to only an incredibly select few. Here's the thing, there are many people out there who believe that the facility is much more than just an emergency bunker. It has been said that the facility houses super secret technologies unknown to the general public, including ones designed using extraterrestrial resources. The possibilities range from communication devices to highly advanced weapons technology, and it's also been speculated that the base could be a monitoring facility that controls media coverage to sway public opinions for political gain. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the base probably also controls the weather. I mean, it's in the name. Yeah.
Alright, we're going to finish things off with Surtsey Island. Surtsey Island emerged off the coast of Iceland in 1963 after a volcanic eruption. The place is a perfect example of how powerful and adaptable nature really is, being able to create new land from seemingly nothing. This tiny island, only about a mile in diameter, became a fascinating spot for scientists because it's really given them the opportunity to study how life takes hold in a brand new environment. From the get-go, Surtsey has been a bit of a mystery, and there are a lot of strict rules to keep it pristine. Namely, the place is completely off limits, aside from the occasional scientist, and that's because scientists want to see how plants and animals and other forms of life naturally colonize a fresh piece of land without human interference mucking up the process. Because of this, access to the island is extremely limited. Only a select group of researchers can set foot on the island, and they had to follow strict guidelines to make sure that they don't accidentally introduce new species. So what's happening on this island? What kind of life is popping up there? Well, so far, researchers have observed seeds being carried over by the wind, birds and sea waves gradually leading to the formation of this all-new ecosystem. Birds have nested, plants have taken root, and some insects have even arrived.
Starting off today, let's dive beneath the surface of one of the world's most iconic landmarks, the Colosseum. But I'm not talking about the amphitheater you see in postcards. That wouldn't be very secret of me. No, I'm talking about its hidden underbelly, the hypogeum. This subterranean labyrinth was the backstage of the ancient world where the magic of the games came to life. Here, amidst the network of passageways and chambers, elaborate machinery conjured astonishing special effects, beasts roared in anticipation, and gladiators prepared for their moment in the arena. It's like discovering the secret behind a magician's trick, but on a colossal scale. And guess what? This mysterious underworld isn't just a tale from the past. Today, with the right ticket or a tour with certain companies with exclusive access, you can tread these ancient corridors yourself. Imagine standing where lions once prowled and where warriors braced for battle. It's not just a tour, it's kind of like a time machine whisking you back to the heart-pounding spectacle of ancient Rome. So, are you ready to explore the depths of history?
Alright, next on our list we have the hidden train station of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, located in New York. Not only is the Waldorf Astoria considered to be one of the most luxurious hotels in New York, it has also been the resting place for some pretty famous and infamous heads, including Nikola Tesla, the inventor of the Tesla coil, Charles Lucky Luciano, the figurehead of organized crime, Frank Sinatra, music artist, Harry S. Truman, Truman, the 33rd president, Marilyn Monroe, actress and Happy Birthday Mr. President singer, Muhammad Ali, boxer, you get the point, the list goes on and on. While most of these guests came and went within a year, there is one standout that stayed for just a bit longer. Herbert Hoover, the 31st president who lived in the hotel for a full 30 years. The railway had been used as a mode of transportation during World War II, and it was later used again by hotel guest Franklin D. Roosevelt as a way to sneak in and out of the hotel, because the train could take him right to his childhood hometown and was accessible by an elevator connected to the presidential suite. Many people also believe that FDR at one time used the train to hide his paralysis from the public because he could get in and out of the hotel without being seen by anyone. The more you know.
Have you ever noticed that a peculiar, unnamed green patch on the Disney World map floating mysteriously in Bay Lake? Well, that is no ordinary island, it's the remnants of Discovery Island, a once thriving theme park dedicated to our feathered friends and just the wonders of nature. Closed in 1999, this island has transformed from a bustling avian paradise into something more reminiscent of a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. Imagine sneaking onto an abandoned island where the echoes of laughter have been replaced by silence, and all that remains are relics of the past, a deserted snack bar, an eerie animal hospital frozen in time, and even a desolate loading dock, just to really get that kind of liminal space vibe going. Through the lens of daring adventurers who've documented their illicit explorations, we do get a rare glimpse into a place where the Disney magic has faded, leaving behind a hauntingly fascinating landscape that time just kind of forgot. So what mysterious tales does this forgotten island hold? Well, maybe that's a story for another time.
Our next famous location today is none other than the Brooklyn Bridge, which held the title of longest suspension bridge in the world for just about 20 years before it lost the title to the Williamsburg Bridge, who overtook it by just 4.5 feet. While at least 20 people died during the bridge's construction, when the Brooklyn Bridge opened, there was a massive celebration. Unfortunately, a week later, 12 more people died on the bridge after a rumor claiming it was going to collapse caused a panic among civilians. Later in 1884, circus entertainer P.T. Barnum would attempt to soothe the public's nerves by leading 21 elephants over the bridge to show its ability to withstand extreme amounts of weight. And this was successful, so yeah, he got his point across. A year after that, Robert E. Oldham, a swimming instructor, attempted to dive off the bridge into the river. He died, but ironically, a number of later jumpers actually survived the act. Hidden within the ramps leading to the East River on both sides of the bridge are two massive wine cellars. This is my kind of hidden place. While both of them are mostly emptied today, at one time they were pretty full. In the early 20th century, the historic cellars were rented out to the public as a way to fund the bridge. Today, only a very special few have had the opportunity to venture inside the bridge cellar's cold walls, as it is not currently open to the public, but you know, a girl can dream.
In 2013, a team of archaeologists, dusting off centuries of history, stumbled upon a hidden gem within the venerable walls of Scotland's most ancient castle, still standing guard through the ages. Drum Castle, which is located in Aberdeenshire, Scotland, for centuries was the seat of the chief of Clan Irvine, which dates back to the 13th century. So again, flash forward to the team of archaeologists in 2013, and what do they find? Well, tucked away from the eyes of time itself was a secret medieval chamber, a room halted in a moment long past, holding its breath and just waiting to be rediscovered. And what's inside? None other than an ancient lavatory, so marvelously preserved that even the original toilet seat was still perched in place, ready for use after hundreds of years. It's like the castle itself had been keeping its own little secrets, waiting for just the right moment to reveal a slice of everyday life from an era gone by. How's that for a historical deep dive?
Next up, we have the Hidden Room, located at the Leonardo da Vinci Airport, created by Arsène Piekov during World War II after winning a competition used to determine the designer of the piece. While the statue was unveiled in 1960, it wasn't until the statue's renovation in 2006 that the secret room was discovered. Inside of the room were 2 parchment scrolls. One, a detailed history of the area written in classical Latin, of course. The other, a list of attendees from the opening ceremony. Many people believe the hidden room was included in the original design of the statue created by Asan Piekov. However, others believe it was implemented during the building process as a secret place to hold meetings involving sensitive information. Whatever the reason, the statue, along with the presence of the secret room, certainly pays homage to its namesake, who is well known today for the mystery behind his many inventions and various works of art.
I know this one is like a little off kilter. It's not a secret room found in an ancient landmark, but it is a secret room found in someone's apartment. And I don't know about you guys, but I believe that that is equally as fascinating. Maybe a little less, important historically, but very interesting nonetheless. The TikTok user Erin Cloudy was doing some renovations when she took to TikTok to let the world know that she had found in her recently purchased 200-year-old flat. You know, like the cupboard under the stairs from Harry Potter. We all wanted one as a kid. Well, at least I did. I don't know if that says a lot about me. But Erin got that and so much more when under her stairs she found another set of stairs. Her TikTok video racked up 140 million views, and for a good reason. Where the f do these stairs go? Like the good Samaritan Erin is, she didn't let the people down and continued to investigate and post the progress to TikTok. She revealed that her flat was considered a basement flat, and on no paperwork was there ever mention of something being beneath them. After some searching and climbing through the debris, they were able to locate a completely abandoned secret room in her home. Through more renovations and more searching, they found more boarded up doors, a bread oven, and even some secret tunnels. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have seen Barbarian, but it's safe to say that if that was me, I'd be selling that flat back immediately. Alright? If you know, you know.
Next up, we have the secret of Milano Central. I actually had the opportunity to visit this train station during a locomotive layover last September, but the only secret I discovered was that the McDonald's in Italy is way better than in Canada or the US. Like, you can get avocado chicken burgers, bacon cheese fries, and chicken wings. I'm sure that's not all, but because this video isn't sponsored by McDonald's, sponsor us McDonald's, I'm gonna move on. Hidden within the walls of Milano Central lies a royal pavilion that goes unnoticed by the almost 300,000 people who pass through the train station every single day. It was built around 1925 as a separate waiting space for the royal family at the time who frequented the station. The pavilion, once adorned with an obscene amount of fascist symbols and 1941 Germany symbolism as well, is closed to the public, but it is used on rare occasions for special events and photo shoots.
I can honestly say that I have never been to Wisconsin, so you can tell me if it's strange, but I was truly shocked to hear of the Apostle Islands located in the state. I'm not sure what I thought Wisconsin was like, but it definitely was not this. The Apostle Islands are a group of 22 islands in Lake Superior off of the Bayfield Peninsula in northern Wisconsin. Through archaeological research done in the area, scientists have determined that human activity began on these islands as early as 100 BC. That is absolutely wild. The earliest full-time settlers to the area were the Anishinaabe peoples, and some of their journeys were preserved in these incredible birch bark scrolls, some of which are now being preserved at the Smithsonian Museum. While this place has an incredibly rich and interesting history, it also has so much to offer in our modern days. There are brilliant sandstone walls in the area that look almost too incredible to be naturally made. There are tons of lighthouses here, water activities, and it seems as if we could do an entire list on just the history of the Apostle Islands. Should we do that? Would you watch it? Let me know. We can make that happen.
And to finish this off today, we have the secret place I might most like to visit, the Lucky 7 Lounge, located inside of Pixar Studios in Emeryville, California. Why? Well, because I love a speakeasy and I love Pixar. The lounge came to be after animator Andrew Gordon discovered a small hatch on the back wall of his new office. He opened it to reveal an empty room, and so Andrew got to decorating. Word spread and the bar became a regular hangout spot for executives and important guests. Eventually the hatch was replaced with a sliding bookcase equipped with a hidden button for easy access to the lounge. One of the most frequent visitors of the Lucky 7 Lounge was Steve Jobs. In fact, the lounge was even mentioned in Jobs' biography, written by Walter Isaacson, who refers to it as the Love Lounge, because according to him, Steve loved to be there and he loved to bring his friends. Of course, the majority of us will never get the opportunity to set foot inside of this tiny bar or the office it resides in, but it is still cool to think about.
From top secret bases to underwater fortresses and even a spy ship, we are diving into all of this and more. Starting off our list today, we have the Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center. This is a facility found in the deep waters of the Bahamas, specifically on Andros Island, where it operates under the aegis of the United States Navy. This undersea range, often dubbed the Underwater Area 51, specializes in testing and evaluating sophisticated undersea warfare equipment, including submarines, sonar systems, and weapons. However, its remote location and secretive missions have ignited the public's imagination, spawning a flotilla of theories and legends. Some aficionados of the mysterious propose that AUTEC is a hotspot for underwater UFO bases or USOs, more on that later, suggesting that its deep sea environs are a playground for extraterrestrial activities concealed beneath the waves. Others weave tales of the center being involved in time travel experiments, covert aquatic human enhancement programs, or even serving as a gateway to lost underwater civilizations. It's a lot going on there. Next up today we have RAF Rudloe Manor, which is nestled in the English countryside near Corsham, Wiltshire, and this place has long been a nexus of mystery. Originally serving as an RAF operational site, its subterranean complexity and historical depth have rendered it a hotbed for tales of hidden tunnels, secret government archives, and even extraterrestrial encounters. Rumors persist that beneath its innocuous surface lies a labyrinthine network of bunkers and tunnels hosting activities far removed from the public view. These range from UFO investigation units to covert wartime operations. Despite official dismissals, the allure of RAF Rudloe Manor endures, its mysterious facade inspiring a gamut of speculative narratives from clandestine Cold War strategies to alien autopsies. You heard that. Alien autopsies. What's fact and what's fiction? Well, the truth is, we may never really know. Moving on down, we have Fort Meade, which is located in Maryland in the United States, which is perhaps best known as the home of the National Security Agency, more commonly known as the NSA. This is the US entity responsible for global monitoring, collection, and processing of information and data for foreign intelligence and counterintelligence purposes. This high-profile association makes Fort Meade a focal point for numerous theories, largely revolving around surveillance and espionage. People tend to speculate about the depth and breadth of the NSA's capabilities, suggesting it can listen in on any conversation in the world or crack any encryption. While it's very clear that Fort Meade plays a critical role in national security, the secretive nature of its operations fuels public imagination, leading to tales of secret underground facilities, mind control experiments, and other secret operations. Coming up next, we have the Negev Nuclear Research Center, which is located in Dimona in Israel. Officially, the facility is described as a nuclear research center, but its opacity and limited public information have fueled widespread speculation about its true nature and capabilities. Rumors range from it housing an extensive underground city capable of surviving a nuclear apocalypse to being the birthplace of secretive nuclear weapons, despite Israel's policy of nuclear ambiguity, where it neither confirms nor denies possessing nuclear armaments. This veil of secrecy has made the Negev Nuclear Research Center a magnet for conspiracy theorists who speculate that it could be involved in everything, from advanced weapons development to exotic energy research or even extraterrestrial communication. Would this really be a top secret military base if we weren't talking about aliens? Adding to the mystique are international concerns and the cloak and dagger tales of espionage associated with attempts to uncover its secrets, including the infamous case of Mordecai Vanunu. That is like, if I ever heard somebody who's like in a tale of espionage, it's someone named Mordecai Vanunu, a former technician at the facility who disclosed details about its operations to the British press in 1986. At the end of the day, this place is full of mysteries, most of which we will likely never know the answers to. Alright, so just sit and think about that for a bit. Coming up next, we have the submarine base New London, located in Groton, Connecticut. This base holds the distinction of being the United States Navy's primary East Coast submarine base. Beyond its official status as a hub of naval prowess and innovation, this storied installation has also navigated through the murky waters of urban legends. While it stands in the open as a testament to maritime military might, whispers of secret operations and even secretive underwater pathways have added layers of intrigue to its reputation. Some speculate about hidden underwater tunnels supposedly connecting it to other strategic points, or even suggesting that it's a testing ground for experimental submarine technologies possibly derived from alien crafts. They say that most of the ocean is still unexplored, but what if they're just saying that so we don't find the secret tunnels? I'm just asking the hard-hitting questions here, alright? Moving on down our list, we have the Pine Castle Impact Range, which is nestled within the Ocala National Forest in Florida. As a bombing and training range used by the US Navy, it is integral for preparing military personnel for various missions, yet its secluded nature and thunderous sounds of ordnance have sparked grounds for legends and theories. Tales circulate of mysterious phenomena, unexplained noises, and even strange lights. While the range serves a clear military purpose, the combination of its very secretive operations and its remote wooded setting provides the perfect backdrop for these tales to flourish. I mean, to be fair, as a testing range for certain weapons, it definitely makes sense why this place is full of mystery and stories. Sure, it definitely makes quite the impact on those who live in the area. Next up today, we have the Harstad Naval Base, which is located in the strategically important Arctic region of Norway. While primarily recognized as a critical node for NATO's maritime operations in the North Atlantic, the base's secluded and harsh Arctic environment definitely lends itself as a backdrop for tales of covert operations and clandestine activities. Amidst the icy waters and the rugged terrain, some speculate that the base could be involved in everything from monitoring Russian naval activity to secretive underwater research, possibly linked to advanced marine technology, or even unidentified submerged objects, or USOs. I told you we would talk about them more later. There are some absolutely fascinating tales of USOs that remain completely unexplained. One, the Shag Harbor incident, which took place here in Canada, is actually still listed as a UFO in the official government documents. It's wild to think that they wouldn't be researching those things here, especially in somewhere as mysterious as the Arctic. I don't know, the Arctic is kinda something weird going on there. It's also very cold. Alright, this next one is a little different compared to the others today because it is not a fixed installation and instead is a moving object that is the source of much speculation. The Viktor Leonov, a Vishna-class intelligence ship of the Russian Navy, has been the focal point of intrigue and speculation, particularly among defense analysts and conspiracy theorists. Of course. This vessel, renowned for its sophisticated surveillance capabilities, is often covered in mystery as it navigates international waters, ostensibly gathering intelligence. While officially its missions involve signal and communications intelligence, the ship's appearances near other countries' naval bases have fueled theories that suggest clandestine operations, ranging from underwater espionage to interference in foreign communications networks. The allure of the Viktor Leonov lies not just in its high-tech espionage equipment, but also in its very stealthy maneuvers. Its sudden emergence off coastlines, often without any formal announcement, sparks a flurry of media speculation, making it a magnet for tales of covert operations and international intrigue. Whether it's tapping undersea cables or eavesdropping on military exercises, the Viktor Leonov embodies the enduring fascination with the secretive world of naval intelligence. Next up, we have Fort Detrick, located in Frederick, Maryland in the United States. This place is a Army Medical Command installation with a storied past that intertwines pioneering biomedical research with the shadowy realms of biodefense and high-level military experiments. Originally established during World War II, it gained notoriety as the center of the United States biological weapons program until such activities were halted in 1969. Since then, Fort Detrick has pivoted to focus on biodefense, public health, and cancer research, housing some of the nation's most advanced biosafety laboratories. Despite its legitimate scientific achievements, Fort Detrick is enshrouded in a cloak of mystery, fueling urban legends that range from its alleged role in the spread of Lyme disease to speculative connections with the outbreak of mysterious illnesses. The facility's secretive past and high security endeavors have made it a fertile ground for speculations, linking it to various plots in pop culture and conspiracy theory circles. And moving on down, today we have the Wright Patterson Air Force Base, which is nestled in Dayton, Ohio. Ohio is like our second home here on the channel, and for a good reason. This base is not just a hub of military aviation innovation, it is a vault of mystique stirring the pot of urban legends. Central to its lore is the legendary Hangar 18, which is full of tales of extraterrestrial autopsies, again with the alien autopsies, and of course, UFO research. It's a place where the lines between science and science fiction blur. Critics argue there's no concrete evidence of such activities, yet the base remains an emblem of intrigue fueled by its historical ties to Project Blue Book, the US Air Force's official investigation into UFOs. While serving as a cornerstone of American aeronautics, Wright Patterson balances its esteemed legacy with a cloak of mystery. Just like everything should be, you know? A little fact, a little mystery.
Since the late 1940s, Americans have been fascinated by a mysterious region in Nevada known as Area 51.
It operated in total secrecy.
You know, working at the nuclear test site or at the Tonopah test range north of there.
From underground bunkers to remote deserts, these enclaves of the unknown have sparked more conspiracy theories and speculation than any sci-fi movie. Are they testing advanced aircraft, harboring extraterrestrial secrets, or conducting experiments far beyond our wildest imaginations? Buckle up and prepare for a journey into the heart of the world's most impenetrable fortresses, where the line between fact and fiction blurs and the truth is stranger than fiction. Starting off our list today, we have Kapustin Yar in Russia. This place, often shrouded in an aura of intrigue and mystery, is a Russian rocket launch and development site that has fueled countless conspiracy theories and urban legends since its establishment in 1946. Dubbed the Russian Roswell, it has been at the epicenter of UFO folklore in Russia, with numerous sightings and alleged alien encounters reported over the decades. The secrecy secrecy surrounding its operations only amplifies the allure, with speculations ranging from hidden extraterrestrial artifacts to advanced undisclosed aerospace technologies. While it serves as a significant hub for Russia's aerospace endeavors, its mysterious past and the restricted access to the site have made it a fertile ground for outlandish theories and urban legends, my favorite. Next up, we have Camp Peary, commonly referred to as the Farm, is a site nestled in Virginia in the United States, and it is shrouded in a veil of secrecy that feeds the imagination and fuels countless conspiracy theories. Officially designated as a military reservation, it is widely reputed to be the CIA's premier training facility for spies and intelligence operatives. That's like the coolest thing in the world to me. I would love to be a spy. This cloak and dagger aura is compounded by the tight-lipped nature of its operations and the near impenetrable security surrounding the site, which naturally gives rise to speculations ranging from advanced espionage training methods to covert experiments and beyond. The allure of Camp Peary is not just in what is known, but in the mysteries and possibilities of what might lie within its guarded confines. This blend of fact, speculation, and mystery ensures that this site remains one of America's most interesting and captivating secret facilities. Next up on our list today, we have Hangyang Tan, which is in China. This place is full of mystery, largely due to a very intriguing discovery made there: a vast-scale model of a disputed border area between China, specifically Aksai Chin, a region administered by China but claimed by India. The model, roughly the size of several football fields, was spotted on satellite images, sparking a flurry of speculation. While the official explanation suggests it is likely used for military training, giving troops a detailed 3D perspective of the terrain they might encounter, this has not stopped a wave of theories, of course. People have suggested purposes ranging from advanced weapon testing to extraterrestrial communication. This place is full of secrets the public is just waiting to know the truth about, but the truth is, we will likely never know. Next up on our list today, we have Zhytomyr in Russia. Okay, another one of those secret Russian facilities. This place has captivated the imagination of conspiracy theorists. I mean, what doesn't capture their imagination? But also military aficionados. Dubbed by some as Russia's Area 51, this facility is rumored to nestle within the confines of Kapustin Yar missile test range that we already spoke about, which itself is a site of considerable speculation due to its historic ties to the Soviet Union's early forays into space and missile technology. Urban legends paint Zhytomyr as a subterranean labyrinth teeming with alien technology and clandestine government experiments. Tales of UFO crash retrievals, reverse engineering of extraterrestrial artifacts, and even advanced propulsion research echo through the corridors of conspiracy forums, fueling a narrative that blends Cold War secrecy with sci-fi mystique. I'm just saying, Bob Lazar probably loves this place. While concrete evidence remains as elusive as the whispers of alien encounters, Zhytomyr's allure persists, an unexplained secret base where the limits of technology and reality itself seem to blur. Moving on down our list, we have the Los Alamos National Laboratory, which is located in the scenic New Mexico. This place is not only a cradle of scientific innovation, but also a fertile ground for the imagination. Established during World War II as part of the Manhattan Project, its primary mission was to design and build the atomic bomb. Most of us probably saw Oppenheimer, so I feel like we have a bit of an idea as to what this time in history was like. This clandestine origin has sown the seeds of mysteries that have flourished into various theories and legends. While it is revered for its contributions to nuclear science, space exploration, and national security, Los Alamos also wades through a swamp of speculative tales ranging from alien research to time travel experiments. Despite its transparent achievements in science and technology, the shroud of secrecy that once enveloped its operations feeds public curiosity and fuels tales that tread the fine line between fact and fiction. Next up on our list, we have the Tonopah Test Range, ensconced in the remote reaches of Nevada. This place is a swath of land that has long been been the focal point of intense speculation. Officially, it serves as a key site for the testing of advanced weapons systems and aerospace technology, playing a pivotal role in the US military's research and development endeavors. Yet, its veil of secrecy and restricted access has painted it as a hub of extraterrestrial research, secret government experiments, and futuristic aircraft testing grounds that are years ahead of their time. This place remains quite the mystery. What are they doing out there in the Nevada desert? It's the question on everyone's minds. Next up, we have the Voluchinsk submarine base in Russia. A submarine base. Oh my god, it really doesn't get more secretive than that. I don't know, I'm kind of afraid of submarines. I don't know if that's like irrational or not, but it just kind of freaked me out. They're so large. This place is located on the Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia, and it is a pivotal yet very mysterious naval installation. Officially known as Rybachi Nuclear Submarine Base, it serves as the home port for a significant portion of Russia's nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine fleet. Say that 5 times fast. Holy. This base's remote and inhospitable location, combined with the inherent stealth and destructive power of its submarine inhabitants, shrouds this place in an aura of mystery and foreboding. Urban legends and theories surrounding this base often focus on hypothetical underwater alien bases, or even just covert undersea operations, with some suggesting that the base's submarines are involved in missions or encounters with extraterrestrial technology beneath the Pacific Ocean's depths. I truly could not make this up. Next up on our list today, we have the Thule Air Base in Greenland. This place is the United States' northernmost military installation, and it is a site covered in the icy mists of mystery and intrigue. Situated well within the Arctic Circle, this remote outpost has been a beacon, largely due to its extreme location and strategic importance. While officially it serves as a radar station and a key node in the ballistic missile early warning system, its isolated and harsh environment has only worked to fuel the speculation about scary activities and top secret experiments. Rumors range from underground facilities burrowing into the Arctic ice to be a staging ground for space weapons or even UFO-related research. Despite these colorful tales, the site's critical role in military and aerospace operations is undeniable, standing as a silent sentinel in one of the most desolate places on Earth. Alright, starting off our top 2, we have the Holloman Air Force Base in the United States, nestled in the arid landscapes of New Mexico. This place is an epicenter of aviation and aerospace innovation, but of course, it is cloaked in secrecy. Renowned for its high-speed test track, where cutting-edge aircraft and technology are pushed to their limits, Holloman has etched its name into the annals of military lore. However, it is not just the technological feats that draw attention. Whispers of UFO sightings and extraterrestrial engagements have swirled around its parameters. While firmly rooted in its mission of advancing aerial prowess, Holloman Air Force Base remains a place where rumors of alien abductions have happened to Air Force sergeants working at the facility. Known for its infamous missing Project Grudge Report 13 after the mysterious death of Sergeant Jonathan P. Lovett in 1956, Holloman Air Force Base is certainly one of the strangest bases on this list. And finally on our list today, we have Area 6. Unlike its more famous neighbor, Area 51, Area 6 has managed to maintain a lower profile, yet it harbors its own strange allure. Officially, this remote outpost is designated for drone testing and other aerial experiments conducted by the Department of Energy and Department of Defense. However, its secluded location and stringent security measures have ignited the public imagination, leading to speculation that it might actually be a hotbed for activities far more secretive than acknowledged. Tales and theories range from experimental aircraft and advanced weapons testing to more outlandish claims of extraterrestrial collaborations. I have a theory for you. What if Area 6 is actually the place where the most secretive things happen, and Area 51 is just used as like a sort of cover-up? Like, oh yeah, look here and how secretive this place is. Well, it's actually Area 6 hiding mermaids and aliens and whatever else is out there that we don't know about. extraterrestrial meeting places, secret animal hybrids, and even the possible birth of Lyme disease. We are diving into all of this and more as we count down the unsettling conspiracy theories behind abandoned military bases. Tucked away in the shadows of the Cold War, the Zeljava Air Base, also known by its codename Object 505, stands as a monument to the power and paranoia of the era. This gargantuan underground complex wasn't just any military base, it was one of Yugoslavia's largest and most costly defense projects designed to endure a nuclear onslaught. Over 2 decades, billions were poured into constructing this fortress that sprawled beneath the mountains, equipped with advanced technology and ample space to shelter a significant portion of the Yugoslav Air Force. However, as the Croatian War of Independence erupted in 1991, the Yugoslav People's Army took drastic measures. Rather than let this strategic asset fall into enemy hands, they chose to obliterate it. This systematic destruction was thorough, runways blown apart, tunnels sealed, and command centers reduced to rubble. The base's mysterious and its secretive past have ignited a myriad of conspiracy theories. Some insist it was a covert nuclear arsenal hiding warheads under the guise of an airbase, with whispers that these weapons were secretly whisked away or still lurk in the labyrinthine ruins. Others speculate about the extensive network of tunnels rumored to stretch far beyond the base, perhaps connecting to other clandestine sites or serving as hidden conduits for VIPs needing a quick escape. Adding an extraterrestrial twist, the base's high-tech radar installations are said to have drawn the eyes, and possibly more, of curious alien visitors. Reports of UFO sightings in the area have only fueled speculation that Zeljava was not just a military hub, but a hotspot for otherworldly research. Next, we are talking about the Balaklava submarine base in Ukraine. Nestled in an isolated cove, this Cold War relic was a fortress of mystery, originally designed to repair and house Soviet submarines away from prying eyes. With its network of tunnels and armored doors capable of withstanding nuclear blasts, the base's formidable architecture and secretive operations have ignited imaginations, to say the least. Some suggest that even after its official decommissioning, the base may have secretly operated under the Russian government's radar. It's believed that submerged beneath the Black Sea's waves, the base could have been the staging ground for spy missions, covert intelligence operations, or even sabotage campaigns. Others theorize that its secluded watery depths made it an ideal spot for testing new, undisclosed weapons, technologies like torpedoes, or experimental submarines. The labyrinthine tunnels could very well serve as a vault for storing top-secret documents, cutting-edge tech, or even undisclosed materials. Some conspiracy theorists take a deep dive into the fantastical. They imagine the base as an underwater layer for extraterrestrial liaisons, theorizing it was constructed with the aid of aliens to serve as a covert hub for interstellar research or as a meeting point for human and alien leaders. Others speculate it was a doomsday bunker prepared to shelter the Soviet elite from nuclear fallout or other cataclysms, poised to emerge post-apocalypse to rebuild civilization. And perhaps the most outlandish of all, if this wasn't enough, some believe the base's nuclear capabilities might have been used for audacious experiments in time travel, potentially opening portals to other times or dimensions. The Beelitz-Heilstätten was a massive hospital complex in Germany, originally built at the end of the 19th century to treat tuberculosis patients, and it was morphed into a critical military hospital during both World Wars. After the dust of World War II settled, the Soviets took over, utilizing it until the early 1990s. As the walls of this historic site were left to crumble, eerie stories began to fill the void. The creepiest of these conspiracy theories suggest that during its time as a military hospital, it was the scene of secret medical experiments. Rumors of horrific surgical trials and psychological tests overshadow its legitimate medical history. Some say the spirits of soldiers tormented by their wartime injuries, and others victims of the brutal regime roam the hallways. These ghostly whispers and stories of dark experiments have turned the now abandoned hospital into a favorite haunt for both thrill seekers and paranormal investigators, all drawn in by its somber and spooky allure. Fort Terry on Plum Island, nestled off the coast of Long Island, New York, has become a hotbed for spine-tingling conspiracy theories, often fueled by the secretive operations of the Plum Island Animal Disease Center, or PIADC, which was established there after the fort's decommissioning. This isolated location, shrouded in mystery, is notorious for its rumored involvement in biological weapons research, with the most chilling theory suggesting that experiments with ticks and pathogens meant for warfare led to the accidental creation and release of Lyme disease. According to whispers among conspiracy enthusiasts, a genetically modified tick carrying the Lyme bacteria managed to escape the island, sparking the initial outbreak in the nearby Lyme, Connecticut. But the tales don't stop there. Some suggest that the facility dabbled in creating grotesque animal-human hybrids, merging DNA for sinister, undisclosed purposes. Even wilder are claims of alien autopsies conducted in the labs where extraterrestrial beings from UFO crashes were supposedly examined. And, like any good conspiracy, there's always the belief in a vast government cover-up, with claims that the feds are keeping a tight lid on the truly dangerous experiments conducted at PIADC. Nestled in the heart of Germany, the Wunsdorf Soviet camp, dubbed Little Moscow, tells a tale of historical significance and shadowy mystery. During the tense years of the Cold War, this sprawling military complex served as the nerve center for the Soviet forces stationed in Germany. A bustling, self-contained mini-city, Wunsdorf had everything from residential buildings and schools to hospitals and a theater, catering to the daily lives of thousands of soldiers and their families. However, the real intrigue begins with the eerie conspiracy theories that linger around the now abandoned base. One of the most pervasive theories is that beneath the decaying facade lies a labyrinth of hidden tunnels and bunkers. These secret passageways are rumored to have been used for everything from secret operations and emergency evacuations to stashing forbidden weapons and futuristic technology. Another chilling speculation is that Wunsdorf was a hotbed for clandestine research, with whispers of experiments ranging from biological warfare and mind control techniques to groundbreaking military tech. Lastly, legends of hidden treasures, leftover valuables from the Soviet era, or war spoils secreted away, have tantalized treasure hunters who scour the grounds hoping to uncover hidden riches. Nestled off the coast of Albania, Sazan Island, with its eerie abandoned military base, seems plucked straight from a spy novel. Throughout its tumultuous history, the island has been a strategic military asset controlled by Italy, the Soviet Union, and Albania. During the Cold War, under the iron grip of Albania's communist leader Enver Hoxha, Sazan was transformed into a fortress. It boasted an extensive network of tunnels, bunkers, and underground facilities, making it virtually impenetrable and intensely mysterious. One popular theory suggests that Sazan was a center for the dark arts of warfare, specifically the development of biological and chemical weapons. Its isolation and the government's tight-lipped nature only added fuel to these chilling speculations. Others whisper that it served as a covert submarine base, utilizing its strategic location and deep surrounding waters. Darker still are the rumors that it was actually a prison and torment facility where political dissidents were subjected to unimaginable horrors. Some even believe the island's labyrinth of tunnels hide treasures, looted riches, or relics left by former rulers. Camp Hero State Park, located in Montauk, New York, holds a fascinating slice of Cold War history, originally serving as a radar station that played a critical role in America's national defense. Today, this park is not only a serene getaway with a picturesque ocean view, but also the epicenter of some of the creepiest conspiracies you'll hear. The most notorious of these is the Montauk Project, which has taken on a life of its own in the world of supernatural lore. According to enthusiasts and speculators, under the guise of national defense during the mid-20th century, the government secretly engaged in wild scientific experiments right here. We're talking time travel, teleportation, and mind control, and even making contact with extraterrestrial beings. Imagine walking through the same grounds where, if the theories were to be believed, scientists might have ripped through the fabric of time or whispered to aliens. Adding to the spooky ambiance are reports of unexplained lights zipping across the sky, unusual weather patterns that defy logical explanation, and tales of people who went into the base and never came out quite the same, or at all. The Monsell Sea Forts in the United Kingdom are a striking example of wartime ingenuity turned eerie relic. Constructed during World War II, these offshore platforms were initially erected in the Thames and the Mersey estuaries to fend off German air raids. Positioned far from the mainland, their primary role was to intercept aircraft and deter enemy engagements before they could reach critical urban areas. After the war, many of these forts were decommissioned and left to the mercy of the sea, gradually succumbing to rust and the elements. However, their isolation and formidable appearance have sparked a series of chilling conspiracy theories. Some believe these now abandoned forts were not just military outposts, but served darker purposes. Whispered rumors suggest they might have housed covert operations or acted as secret laboratories for the research and development of biological or chemical weapons. Despite their real and somewhat mundane military history, the legends that have grown around these sea forts make them a fascinating and spooky chapter of British wartime defense. Fort Ord in California, once a buzzing army base teeming with soldiers, now holds a quieter, more mysterious allure since its partial abandonment in 1994. During its heyday throughout most of the 20th century, Fort Ord was a vital training ground for military personnel, playing a significant role, particularly during World War II and the Vietnam War. However, as the years rolled on and its strategic importance dwindled, parts of it were left to the whispers of the wind and the rumors of those who pass its empty structures. Today, Fort Ord's eerie, deserted buildings and overgrown vegetation fuel creepy conspiracy theories that captivate the curious. Tales of hidden underground tunnels and secret facilities weave through local lore, suggesting that beneath the surface lies a maze of passages used for undisclosed, possibly nefarious activities. Adding to the base's ghostly ambiance are reports of spectral soldiers, apparitions in uniform, perhaps remnants of its bustling past, who are said to roam the old barracks and training fields. These ghostly figures, spotted in the shadows or the fleeting corner of an observer's eye, contribute to a chilling narrative that Fort Ord is a place where the line between the historical and the supernatural blurs. And finally on our list today, we are talking about the Titan I missile complex. A 57-acre expanse in rural eastern Washington, it is steeped in the kind of Cold War secrecy that naturally breeds conspiracy theories. Buried 155 feet underground, its massive silos, once armed with nuclear-tipped Titan I rockets, are a testament to an era riddled with paranoia and mistrust. The Titan I program was inherently secretive, a necessity given its strategic importance during the Cold War. Numerous accidents and near misses, such as fuel leaks and accidental launches, sometimes even culminating in explosions, add a darker hue to the narrative. These mishaps could be easily misconstrued as evidence of either cover-ups or perhaps even sabotage. The underground silos themselves invite the most intrigue. Shrouded beneath the earth, these complexes were equipped with extensive facilities including their own water treatment systems and provisions for long-term habitation. Such elaborate preparations, while practical for military needs, have led some to speculate about hidden chambers or secret technologies possibly concealed within these depths. All of this was only fueled by the rapid decommissioning of the Titan I missiles, replaced by the more advanced Titan II system. This swift phase-out could suggest that there were some unspoken flaws or vulnerabilities that needed urgent rectification, kept out of public eye. Environmental concerns also loom large, with the use of toxic fuels at these sites raising fears of long-term contamination and health effects, another potential fodder for conspiracy theories. Pop culture has definitely not been shy about tapping into this well of mysteries, often portraying the Titan I program with a mix of intrigue and foreboding, further cementing its place in the public imagination as a hotbed for conspiracies.
And number 10 is the Phoenix Archive. This subterranean fortress, deep beneath the rocky expanse of Nevada and erected during the height of the Cold War, wasn't just another concrete heaven, no. This was a vault of humanity's most crucial secrets, safeguarded against the specter of nuclear annihilation. Within its impenetrable walls, beyond layers of reinforced steel and labyrinth-like corridors, dwelled an archive unparalleled in significance. This repository hoarded vital government records, from the intricacies of nuclear technology to blueprints which would map the nation's restoration in case of nuclear war. Its halls echoed with the weight of knowledge, plans to rebuild a fractured world. Facilities boasted state-of-the-art climate control, shielding the documents from decay. An autonomous power grid ensured perpetual functionality of the site. Contingency plans, meticulous and exhaustive, outlined protocols for access, protection, and retrieval post-catastrophe. However, the vault remained a clandestine sanctuary, its secrets concealed from prying eyes, barring all except those sworn to its guardianship. To this very day, the exact location and specifics regarding the Phoenix Archive remains a closely guarded United States secret. Obviously, we don't want people breaking in there and stealing plans for nuclear weapons. At number 9 is Kliuch in the USSR. I hope I pronounced that right, probably not. Now, Americans weren't the only ones thinking ahead with nuclear bunkers. During the Cold War, the USSR crafted a secret haven known by a cryptic code name, Kliuch, which means key in Russian, I hope. This subterranean complex, concealed deep within the Siberian wilderness, housed top government officials in times of crisis. Kliuch is a labyrinth of reinforced tunnels and chambers boasting state-of-the-art communication systems, provisions for years, and impenetrable security measures. This covert sanctuary was an ace up the sleeve, a strategic refuge in case the geopolitical chess match turned perilous, if you get my drift. In the modern era, Kliuch has morphed from its original intent. Repurposed into a research and development center, its sophisticated infrastructure now serves as an incubator for cutting-edge technologies. Think stuff like, I don't know, advanced AI, biotech labs, and renewable energy experiments. However, the echoes of its secret past still linger, shrouded in mystery and completely off limits to the public. The tales of its former purpose remain a reminder of bygone era, while its reinvention represents a beacon of hope for progress and shared knowledge. If you're enjoying this video so far, you can support the channel by pressing like, subscribing to Most Amazing, and ringing that notification bell. At number 8 is the Raven Rock Mountain Complex. Deep within Pennsylvania lies the Raven Rock Mountain Complex, a place veiled in secrecy. This highly guarded military installation earned its moniker as the Underground Pentagon. Constructed during the Cold War era, it stood as a fail-safe command center for the Pentagon, meant to preserve government operations if nuclear conflict had erupted. Imagine a facility nestled within a mountain, harboring an intricate network of underground passages, fortified structures, and backup power grids. It's a fortress designed to persist through cataclysmic events, boasting communication systems, medical amenities, and living quarters for sustained habitation. Originally conceived for Cold War uncertainties, this complex remains active today, shrouded in mystery. Though the specifics are locked behind classified doors, what we do know is that it has an indispensable role in supporting the US government and military operations. In recent times, like during the 2020 crisis, this covert bastion was activated, emphasizing its ongoing significance in a national defense strategy. The Raven Rock Mountain Complex stands as a testament to strategic foresight, ensuring that amidst the chaos of worst-case scenarios, a hidden heaven existed, shielded, operational, and ready to facilitate crucial functions when the world teeters on the brink of catastrophe. At number 7 is the Havana Nexus. Constructed deep beneath the Cuban landscape during the tense era of the Cold War, it wasn't just a bunker, but a fortress designed to withstand the deadliest of threats. It was actually a nuclear silo camouflaged under layers of reinforced concrete and hidden miles beneath the Earth's surface. This subterranean marvel served a dual purpose, sheltering high-ranking officials during a nuclear strike and acting as a command center for launching counterattacks. Conceived as a safeguard against imminent threats, the Havana Nexus wasn't merely a silo. It functioned as a nerve center, orchestrating remote launch capabilities from multiple nuclear arsenals dispersed across the nation. This subterranean stronghold boasted an advanced communication network, encryption technologies, and fail-safe mechanisms to ensure the operational continuity amidst chaos. At number 6 is Mount Pony Culpeper in Virginia. So imagine a secret underground bunker nestled into a hillside 75 miles away from Washington, D.C. This bunker isn't just an ordinary underground shelter, it was specifically built for the top dogs of the Federal Reserve System. Named Mount Pony, it held a staggering $4 billion in currency. It's enough cash to keep things running smoothly east of the Mississippi River for a couple of years, let's say if things went haywire. Constructed in 1969, this place was like a fortress for money, safeguarding around 700 million pieces of currency. And get this, many of them were those $2 bills that weren't too popular back then. Instead of getting rid of them, the government thought, hey, let's just stash them in the bunker. Post post-apocalypse, people won't really be too picky about the cash they use. Smart, I guess. Today, the once cash-filled hideaway serves a different purpose. It became an archive facility for the Library of Congress, preserving audio-visual records. But the history of how it was once a fortress for cold, hard cash remains a fascinating tale. At number 5 is Project Perseus. Deep within the heart of a remote mountain range along the North American border lies a facility once known as Project Perseus. Built during the tense era of the Cold War, this secret underground bunker was a haven for high-ranking US government officials, devised to ensure the continuity of government operations in the event of a nuclear catastrophe. With multiple levels carved into the bedrock, it housed living quarters, communication centers, medical facilities, and even a small hydroponic farm for sustenance. Access to Project Perseus was strictly regulated, requiring multiple security clearances and a labyrinth series of tunnels designed to deter any unauthorized entry. This location was so covert that even some high-ranking officials were unaware of its existence. However, as the Cold War thawed, Project Perseus evolved. Its purpose shifted towards serving as a top-secret research hub for advanced tech. The bunker became a pivotal site for developing cutting-edge defense systems and strategic planning, shielded from public knowledge. In the modern age, Project Perseus has adapted further, becoming a clandestine think tank for emerging global threats such as cyber warfare and environmental crises. It serves as a covert meeting ground for interdisciplinary experts, strategists, and policymakers, safeguarding the nation against unforeseen perils while remaining hidden from public scrutiny. That sounds like the Illuminati, holy cow. At number 4 is S4. Deep within the Nevada desert lies a shroud of mystery concealing a secret underground bunkers like S4, a site adjoining the notorious Area 51. Imagine this. A hidden hangar carved into the rugged mountainous terrain, shielded from prying eyes. Bob Lazar, a former employee, unveiled glimpses of S4's clandestine operations, recounting eerie tales of reverse-engineered alien tech. S4's mystique lies in its inaccessibility. Despite fervent curiosity, civilians are unequivocally barred from entering those enclaves. The rationale is, well, national security. The government guards these bunkers with utmost secrecy, claiming they house top-secret experiments in advanced aerospace research. Conspiracy theories persist, propelling imaginations into overdrive. Lazar's descriptions of S4's depicted eerie hangar supposedly housing unearthly aircraft is stirring a cocktail of intrigue and skepticism. At number 3 is Project Greek Island. Beneath a luxurious resort lies a secret underground bunker you've probably never allowed to see. The Greenbrier Resort, nestled in West Virginia, held a concealed post-apocalyptic hideout for 30 years. Could you believe it was right next to where people sip on martinis? Here's the kicker, even the resort's official historian didn't know about it. Imagine knowing every corner of a place but having no clue that a massive bunker is right underneath your nose. This bunker was no joke. It could shelter every member of the US House and Senate during a nuclear crisis. Picture a Walmart-sized space behind 3-foot thick concrete walls, complete with rows of bunk beds for 1,100 people. Built during the 1950s, this bunker was a product of the Cold War fears. President Eisenhower thought it'd be brilliant to hide Congress here if things went south. The best part? Thousands of folks strolled in and out for 30 years without realizing they were in a secret bunker. They just thought it was a conference facility or a meeting place for car companies. At number 2 is Forte Ettore. Deep beneath the surface of a secluded airport in Italy lies a clandestine sanctuary known as Forte Ettore. During the later half of the Cold War, this covert bunker wasn't built to shelter VIPs or government elites, but actually to protect priceless works of art from potential conflict and destruction. Forte Ettore was designed to withstand any threat, featuring reinforced walls, climate-controlled chambers, and the state-of-the-art security systems. Its covert location beneath the airport offered secrecy and protection, accessible only to a select few entrusted with its existence. The protocols were stringent. Only a handful of trusted individuals had access to these rooms. Security measures included biometric scanners, passcodes, and multiple layers of authentication. At number 1, nestled within the robust granite Sharon Mountain lies the mysterious labyrinth, the NORAD complex. While many Cold War bunkers shrouded themselves in secrecy, this one stood unique. Remarkably, its construction wasn't clandestine. It was actually a public spectacle which marked its inception in 1961. 2 tons of dynamite daily sculpting a 5-acre underground behemoth. Obviously it drew some prying eyes. Reservoirs brim with water and fuel, while expansive chambers accommodate towering 3-story structures. By 1967, this subterranean marvel became fully operational, securing its pivotal role. Today, rebranded as an alternate command hub, it remains a veiled entity beyond public access. A stronghold echoing the historical tensions of a bygone era, now poised for unforeseen contingencies. Its purposeful seclusion hints at the seclusive nature of its operations, eluding the public eye, confined to the realm of speculation. This hallowed fortress embodies a peculiar legacy, a testament to human preparedness, shielded from prying eyes, veiled in government intrigue. The silence that envelops its existence speaks volumes, apart from the silence that it took to make the place to begin with.